Xerxes, king of Persia, died and found guilty, sentenced to Hades' realm.
This is an outrage. I've practically been a saint. How dare they sentence me to this ghastly hole? Gosh, it's hard in here. Me, Xerxes, king of the greatest emperor of all time, Persia. Newbie, huh? That's not so bad after a while. How dare you strike Xerxes the First, great king of Persia? Gosh, cooler bro. You could have been the greatest, or else you wouldn't even be here. Name's Alcibiades, great mastermind of the Peloponnesian War. Yeah, well, I don't get along well with Greeks. Sorry that. What do you mean, democracy garbage? Ha ha ha! I like him already. You may kiss my hand.
Yes, I agree. You there, weakling. I beat you in the Peloponnesian War. Bow before me. I mean, come on. Your army wasn't nearly as good as great and powerful Spartan army.
Just like a Spartan. Bleh. I pity your undeveloped mind and all. As I was saying, I was a Greek during the Peloponnesian War. I started the war by becoming friends with the two greatest city-states, Athens and Sparta. Athens is the greatest city.
In your dreams.
See what I mean by these two knuckleheads fighting all the time? Excuse me. Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
Me? I'm basically the best at everything. They call me Hannah.
Wow, you are so conceited.
Name, Aeschylus. Date, who cares? Theme. Great cultures and figures of the ancient world. Yes, I like it.
I did a lot of stuff. Well, basically, I just said stuff and then people wrote it down. Confucius say he's bomb diggity.
This guy's got some extreme hubris. Ugh.
What is the name? Oh, my name. Socrates. Born in 470 BC, died in 399 BC.
This man did too much to foster virtue. Treasure here.
What? But I could be the head here. Here to talk about the three main columns. The first one is the Doric column. It is very plain and simple, but very practical and useful. The second is the Ionic column. It has those squiggly lines, but seriously, it was very more decorative than the Doric column. The Corinthian column flourished pretty much with leaves and flowers. My particular favorite.
Oh no! I can't do this. You're too boring. Sorry.
Boring? No, I'm not. I'm rich in history. For example, the Greeks were really influenced by certain supernatural things such as gods and goddesses, while the Romans were only influenced by daily life, utility, and usefulness. Who's boring now? My people cherish family life more than anything, and I had a wonderful military. I even won the Punic Wars and the Pyrrhic Wars. Sadly, though, I fell in 27 BC because I let Caesar Augustus gain too much power.
Pretty average. He's not too proud, virtuous, or boring.
Pope Leo! God, such a trickster! How did he convince me to leave Rome? I mean, me, Attila.
Just a flashlight that lets you travel through time and pick up anyone that you want and bring you anywhere you want to go.
No, I won't be. Wait a second! That's perfect! Now I'll be unstoppable!
Those stupid, silly, self-centered senators. I can't believe they killed you.
I know. I mean, I wasn't even a real threat. All I did was conquer Gaul and Britain. I only invaded Rome once, but I made up for them when Mark Antony thrice presented me a kingly crown, which I did thrice refuse.
Yes, Rome does make me mad. If I weren't the first emperor, and everyone didn't think I was a god, and everyone didn't love me, and appreciate the fact that I started the Pax Romana, you know, and everyone didn't think I was a god. And I wasn't the best emperor Rome had ever had, you know. I hate that city.
Hello, Cyrus the Great. What's your favorite color?
What a stupid question! Hello, Cyrus!
Yes.
This is Attila the Hun. And apparently I need your help to conquer Rome.
Oh yeah, no thanks. I got my fair share of fighting when I took down Lydia and Media and Babylon. Besides, Rome never bothered me anyway.
You have to admit he was the greatest. By the time he was 33, he had conquered all of the ancient world. I mean, by the time I was 33, all I had done was kill my brother for full power, obviously. Marry my wife and then kill her. Then marry another woman. And instead of killing her, I just married 300 more women.
I'm Alexander the Great! You are just some guy named Cletus, who I'm about to kill.
That time travel kills my back.
Is it like a burning pain?
No, more like a stabbing pain.
Gosh, I really don't want to do this super research paper. All the cool topics are already taken. What's still available? Linguistic studies? What the heck is that? Early church fathers, blah, blah. Yes, cool.
Well, not exactly.
Tell me everything about you.
Well, I was a great bishop who fought many.
Tell me everything about your early life, you know, the ladies.
Well, I was a Manichaean for many years, and I even had a mistress. I also ran away from home and vandalized lots of people's property. But that was all before I found Christ.
No way.
Actually, the way, the life, and the truth.
Who's next? You know great? What's so great about that? Whoa. You found Attila the Hun?
Well, I didn't really find Attila. I just...
What? So all you did was sit in a chair and do nothing? You fat nerd?
I thought heresy, Arianism, was spreading the doctrine of Christ's divinity. That's kind of cool.
No, it's not.
I'm also considered a doctor of the church, and I reinforce the idea of Petrarch's supremacy.
Tell me about how you fought for complete power in Rome.
Well, in my most important battle, where I was outnumbered 2-1, Christ appeared to me. In this vision, I saw many crosses in the sky. Afterwards, I had my army put crosses on the shields, and we won the battle. Well, I did defeat the heresy, Arianism, by calling together the Council of Nicaea.
I said we're fighting God!
I did convert on my deathbed, and now I'm a saint in the Eastern Church.
What part about fighting do you not understand?
I already told you about my most important battle.
I need more fighting. Gosh, it's so lame. Whoa, gladiators. It's perfect. Gosh, they're fascinating to watch. They're just so cool. So, tell me everything about you.
Well, I'm a gladiator who fought in the Colosseum.
You're already more interested in all those other people almost wrote about. Gosh, tell me more.
I was taken away from my family and was forced to train in harsh conditions for years. Although we were able to use swords, nets, and tridents, I defeated many people without weapons.
So how did these games end?
Well, Saint Telemachus attempted to stop these fights and was killed in the act. That's when the people came to their senses. We are in dire need of help. Yarpol, known by many as Polki, has stolen the relic sack and now has taken over most of Russia.
What I want you to do if you choose this mission is to assemble an elite group of warriors, take back the relic sack, and then restore Russia to its former glory.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Not sir, Your Holiness, Pope Nicholas Furious I.
Yes, and the situation in Russia has gotten much worse. But I finally completed my mission. I've assembled a team of elite warriors from in and outside of this world. Sir Bruce Banner here just came straight from the Crusades to stop Polki. Okay. Are you gonna turn into a giant green rage monster anytime soon? I heard that with your green rage, you massacred those peace-loving Arabs who worship Allah. Doesn't Islam mean peace anyway? Actually, it means submission. Oh, look, it's Joan of Arc. Oh, and Banner, by the way, she likes being called Captain France. Vive la France!
I've just returned from the battlefield. We lifted the siege of Orléans in 9 days, took Jargeau in 1, and revenged Agincourt on the red field of Patay in 3 hours.
I'm here to help.
Help? How do we know you can trust you? Polki, your lunatic brother, has stolen the relic sack and taken over most of Russia.
Yes, I understand your differences against Polki, but I want you to sympathize with him because he is of Russia and he is my brother.
He killed 800 Christians in 2 days.
He's pagan.
Well, aren't you a pagan?
Well, technically I am a pagan, but I've recently been thinking of taking up Catholicism. I want to be known by my people as King Vladimir, also saint and evangelizer of Russia. But first I must defeat Polki. After our father's death, he killed our brother and drove me out of Russia.
Sorry I was late, guys. Busy defending my order from Philip V. Unfair. Come on, you guys don't get that reference? Really?
I understood that at least.
Well, let me explain it for you guys. Because his name's Philip the Fair, but he's unfair because he condemned my order for things we didn't do. So, he's Philip the Unfair. Ha!
Finally, you're here. I need you to do something that may take a little bit of work. And seeing as you're a knight, I thought you could give us some weapons.
Well, I kind of lost you after a lot of work.
It's Polki!
Yeah!
Story says the museum.
It's a museum!
I can't believe you went your cheat on me. Again! I mean, what's your problem? What does Lancelot have that I don't have? Nothing. That's what I'm King Arthur.
Well, looky here. It's Dante. Well, I can make quite a pretty penny off of you. Come along, miss.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
What?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was trying to steal a statue.
That's wrong, you know.
Do all of you talk?
Seriously, Dante? You're one of the most self-entitled statues I've ever met, and I used to be in an exhibit with Henry VIII. Yeah, right.
Why are you always so bitter, Dante?
It pains me. Because I was exiled from my home city and forced to live in the remainder of my life. Stop crying. Please. I'm talking to art.
I revolutionized the Italian language. The Florentine dialect that I use in my work, The Divine Comedy, is the current national language of Italy.
Yeah, well, I modernized the art of making frescoes with my unique brush strokes and my new style of Renaissance painting. Plus, the Vatican has requested me especially to perform their altarpieces, so...
Couldn't we just be peaceful about this? I mean, the arts are all of importance.
I agree with the nun.
No, I have not even started. The Divine Comedy was the first and the best work ever written in Italian. I impacted authors for centuries after my death. I am more of an artist than you ever were.
But I was beatified by John Paul II.
Wait. Don't you mean beatified? No, I'm pretty sure I was beautified.
Stealing is always wrong. But if you were to steal something, it would be better if you stole something that would inspire you to do well in all fields.
Here she goes again, going on and on about her oh so wonderful and oh so many great accomplishments.
Well, I was one of the most accomplished women of my time, corresponded with 2 emperors of Germany. And my greatest theological work, Livius, was pronounced by the Synod of Trier as being from God and of the nature of a prophetic work. He came to me in a dream, and you know what he said? He said, Francis, go and rebuild the church. And I did it literally, but I wasn't supposed to do it literally.
Rome was in shambles. It was dangerous. So why not have the church lead from the safety of France?
But don't you see, the church is an institution free from secular influence. But while the popes were in Avignon, it seemed a lot like they were under the control of the French.
Well put. You see, the longer the Pope stays in Avignon, the more the other countries will lose respect for the church. They would feel excluded, and the papacy would lose much of its authority.
I've never met a woman with such a head for politics. She's also the one who got the Pope fellow to return to Rome after all.
So a woman saved Christendom. Remarkable. I'm King Henry II.
Catherine of Siena.
And this is my wife, Eleanor Valentine.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure. Now where can a queen get a drink around here? Salutations. I am Empress Theodora.
I'm Francesco di Sissi, and this is my planet Theodora.
So, where's our host?
Not a very punctual fellow, is he?
I must confess, I don't even know who our host is. I don't believe we've ever met.
Dreary weather we're having. No way on the island, no way off. Just in the meantime, sit back, relax, and have a drink.
Finally, I told you we should have come, Henry. We don't even know the idiot who invited us. You never listened to me. After being with you for 21 years, what good did it do me? I'll tell you, it lost me power, and all because you wouldn't listen to me.
Darling, please.
Not in public. Darling, you haven't called me that in years. What did I ever do to you? You had me publicly disgraced.
You turned my own sons against me, plotted my death twice, and made my life miserable with your unnecessary jealousy.
That was a rhetorical question. And besides, what choice did I have? Richard hated you anyway, so of course, it was easy to get him to join me.
Twisted family. I never liked that butler fellow anyway. Always creeping in and out, slithering around.
He's dead. I found him in the kitchen. It looked like he died of asphyxiation.
Oh, what's that? Maybe this is all some sort of accident.
2 accidental deaths in 10 minutes?
So the butler was killed. And Eleanor too?
Looks like the butler has a pretty good alibi. So he didn't kill Eleanor. Who did?
Who would want Eleanor dead?
Okay, I wanted her dead. But we had a family, and I don't kill people.
Yeah, I think Thomas Becket just killed himself.
He was your only friend. Okay, that was all a misunderstanding. He opposed me, and I lost my temper,
Just like a child.
he was my best friend, and I thought if I made him archbishop that he would listen to me and help me. But I was wrong. He wouldn't let me try the clergy in my own courts. So I became angry, wrathful. But I never wanted him dead. I never thought when I said, "Who will rid me of this troublesome reason?" they'd actually go kill him.
If you could have treated someone you loved that way, then this murder would have been easy for you.
And I believe you should have respected Eleanor more.
You're one to talk. You didn't even respect yourself, harlot. Actress! So that's what they call it nowadays.
I need a drink.
And I need some air.
Should we really let him just walk off like that? I mean, he could be a murderer.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's think clearly about this.
Okay, there were 7 of us, including the butler.
There were 7 of us. Now there's 5. 2 were murdered.
Oh, I think he's trying to say something.
Ouch!
There are boils all over
They're very mad at Henry.
Furious. There's motive.
And they were both away for a while.
Opportunity. And we all know about her shady past.
How dare you? I haven't killed someone in 5 years. I mean, granted, it looks bad, but I've changed. By becoming an empress, I've helped others who have lost their way become stronger. I've let them know that they're worth so much more. I built houses and orphanages so that people would stop leaving their innocent babies on the street. In a time of need when things looked lost, I stepped up and took charge. If it wasn't for me, those barbarians would have sacked our city. I joined both classes and was considered the head of the court. Without me, my husband and all of Byzantium would have been lost.
How do I know that you two aren't running this whole operation? I mean, you two seem to be pointing a lot of fingers. How do we know it wasn't Catherine?
Dude, she's a saint.
But not in difficult situations like this one.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your stupid animals and your plants. I've had enough. You're a lunatic, not a saint. And if I ever have to see that plant again, I'll go!
I can explain. I have the 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. It's kind of a new thing called the stigmata.
Sounds pretty made up to me.
I have it too.
Okay. So, maybe the blood wasn't Theodora, but we still saw him charging her right before the lights went out. Come on, it had to be Francis. And, well, with the plant and all, I'm not really sure if he's all there.
But go, man. Why does everyone think that? I'm not some sort of crazy environmentalist hippie. Of course, I am sad about the plant, but I was never, ever going to kill a human being with a soul and an intellect. I have spent my entire life serving God's creation, and His greatest creation is mankind. I have traveled to the Holy Lands to persuade the Sultan to stop the Crusades. For people, I founded the Franciscan Order. For people. Let's just stop pointing fingers at each other and bury our dead.
You're right, Francis. Come on, I'll help you find a shovel.
Thank you.
There's plenty of time for her to run into Henry while we're all looking for him. And she was the one closest to Theodora when the lights went out. And now she's alone with Francis, and I don't even know her name.
The Black Death. Great to see you again, Catherine.
Oh, rats.
Rats, that's right. Diseased rats is how it all started. You see, the reason why I'm doing all this is because society was flourishing, and I couldn't stand it. Peasants were obedient to authority. No tension, no rebellions. Boring. I'm stirring up labor rebellions. Chaos is everywhere. Entire towns are empty. Before, art and architecture were taking new and innovative turns. I'm stopping them in their tracks. The clergy were well respected. The church had so much influence. I'm revealing its corruption, scattering the clergy in fear. No one believes in a God who would allow 1/3 of Europe's population to be killed. 25 million souls. That is what I've gained.
Really?
What? You don't believe me? Once you're out of the way, it'll all be easy.
No, you're wrong. You won't gain anything. God has prepared a place for me in paradise, and I'm prepared to die. You won't win. Even if you kill me, even if you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
No. You're wrong. This time, it'll be different. Yes, I did it. The Black Death has conquered the world. In your face, Catherine.
Oh, Death, where art thou, Sting? You're so blind, you don't realize what you're helping to bring about. Good always comes out of evil. You'll give the peasants more dignity, raising their status. Give them a chance to live a better life with better wages and better working conditions. You won't force the church, you will strengthen it. People will turn to God when they stare death in the face. Corpus Christi processions and daily reception of communion will all start because of you. You won't gain anything. You have been defeated by yourself. Death, thou shalt die.